Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing some brief thoughts on episode 4 of the Doctor Who fan series, The Forgotten Doctor, entitled Marnal's Error. And this was a mad, mad fun episode for me because essentially what I love that they're doing with this fan series is taking aspects of the Doctor Who mythology that's not necessarily canonical, but is no less fascinating to what we've seen on screen in the classic series and the modern series, if not in certain places even more fascinating than what we have seen on screen, and injecting it into the series. Now, a large part of what this episode has to do with is taking flavor from some of the written works of classic Doctor Who and stuff that I haven't encountered before, and it's just absolutely riveting, these new aspects that they're throwing in, because it's the first time I've ever encountered them, as I say. And what I love about this series is that that's something that I've kind of felt missing in the modern Doctor Who proper, if you will. Not since very recently, The Doctor's Wife and The Name of the Doctor, where I felt like aspects of that mythology were kind of coming back into the fore. I have definitely been compelled by the wandering soldier, the sole survivor of the Time War, the Doctor, and all that stuff. But there's something the classic series used to embody, all those trips that he made back to Gallifrey, and we'd be introduced to friends of his or enemies of his and stuff like that, that's just not in the modern series anymore. And some people argued that, it should be not in the series anymore. But I think it's just lacking when it's not there in some capacity. And that's what we have in this episode. We're basically introduced to the title character Marnal, who turns out to be a fellow Time Lord and a mentor to the Doctor. Now, what I love is we basically have Marnal, who's portrayed by Richard Hempton in a guest starring role, and I hope we see more of him because the charm of his character was just infectious. I want to see more of this character showing up at some point, especially with the twist at the end, but more on that in a minute. Now, basically, he has sort of forcibly brought the Doctor in to make a house call because he needs help with something, and it turns out we find out that the Doctor's TARDIS was originally Marnal's. I love that. When he stole the TARDIS, it belonged to Marnal, and all this stuff. You can see that there's a great rapport between these characters, and there was some action in this episode. I love that. Basically, we had Javokus Green as the alternative Ninth Doctor, and his companion Sasha, as portrayed by Kylie Barra, getting into the action, had some stuff to do. I love the running around and everything like that. And in this case, we had Sasha defending, or basically getting in the way of someone's attacks and everything, knocking out a bad guy and all this stuff. They have so much fun with this series, and it makes it that much more fun as a Whovian viewer watching it. And so basically, we find out that Marnal is after something, and this is part of that mythology that is absolutely fascinating to me. The idea, which we kind of sort of saw debuted for the first time in the actual series in The Doctor's Wife, a humanoid sentient TARDIS, a Type 102 TARDIS, which was something that originated in the written works, the sort of spin-off mythology of Doctor Who. And that's basically what Marnal's after. It turns out it's kind of sort of his girlfriend, I guess you could say, or wife, his significant other, and so the Doctor has to help. And I love that toward the end there is this little twist. If you're not sure who this person is, go back and watch the first episode all the way to the end, because I absolutely love what this little twist, who this person is, and the relationship with Marnal, what that all could mean for down the line. I mean, I think we're going to see these people again, and I can't wait for it. Now, we also got a little preview clip of what's coming next, and Weeping Angels, anyone? And I might remind people, since this is a fan series and it's kind of an alternate timeline, it's going to be the first time this Doctor ever encounters them. I can't wait for that. That's going to be so fun to watch. And otherwise, I just want to remind everybody, check out the Forgotten Doctor channel on Friday for the usual confidentials. I absolutely adore watching those because you see what the blood, sweat, and tears and the fun these people are putting into this fan series. And otherwise, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of this latest episode. And so, that'll be it for me on this one for now, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.